Okay. Hello. Hello, sorry I am late. I was dealing with Mother's Day stuff and my mom needing help with her new watch that she got for Mother's Day, and she wanted me to try on bras. So that just took up a lot of the time. But I'm here now. I'm here to finally play the last chapter of Fran and see what the truth is really in this story, because there's still something that we don't know about Fran's life. Is she dead or is she alive? Is it only the medicine making her see those things? Are those things actually there in real life? Or like when she sees those things in real time, what is actually happening? Like seen from a different perspective. Like you can be Fran seeing like a skeleton hanging from a ceiling, but what does it look like to someone else seeing Fran seeing like a skull on the ceiling, or whatever, skeleton hanging from the ceiling? So hopefully now we find out what's truly happening in this game, in this story. So I'm excited to finish it and play it, and also kind of sad because I want to miss the story a lot. But let's start it. Let's get into it. Okay, let me bring us over here. And get started opening the game. Pausing this here. And then opening Fran for the last time. How tragic. I hope anyone who's watching the VOD or the stream is having a good day. And happy Mother's Day to your mother or any mother-like figure in your life. Again, another reading of the warning. This game contains disturbing images and scenes of explicit violence, gore, self-harm, sexual harassment, animal cruelty, body horror, mental illness, flashing images, and drug usage. These themes are presented through the creative thinking of Fran, a young child who undergoes trauma. So we need to know what exactly that trauma is. And what my prediction is, I think maybe Fran killed her parents. And her aunt, like what we saw last stream of Fran. I remember our aunt having us chained to a bed and saying something about Mr. Midnight and saying that he did something bad that hurt your parents or something like that. And she was giving like subliminal saying like it's easier to blame something bad on someone else and whatever. And Fran was like, "What are you talking about? I always um stay true to whatever." I forget. But what it was trying to say is that like her aunt was blaming it, I guess, on Mr. Midnight, so then Fran wouldn't feel bad about what she did to her parents, which is killing them. That is my prediction. As to what the trauma is and what happened in the past and make her go to that insane asylum. Also have like that little white jacket thing that you usually see in movies for people that's at asylums where they don't have to like where they can't hurt others and themselves. So maybe she had like this she had to have that around her. So then I guess at the asylum she wouldn't hurt any of the other kids around her or other patients or whatever. That is my prediction. I don't know if this is at all true, but we're gonna see. The game is sprinkled with fantasy, innocence, and her endless curiosity. However, it may still be distressing to some players. The player's discretion is advised. Okay. Continuing. Oh, I didn't even know her eyes followed around here. Wah, 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 wah. Okay. Continue. Okay. So what was I trying to do again? I guess I'm trying to pour water on this and get rid of it. Kamala, nasty creatures. Poor tree, he must be really sad with that Kamala eating from him. I know Kamalas don't like water. Okay, so, and what I do know is that we have these water balloons, and what I'm thinking is that we can throw this water, like fill these water balloons up with water, and then throw it at the Kamala. But I have to see how to do that and use case on. And I use this on Laundress. No, that wouldn't work. Examine. Oh, it has a keyhole. Okay, so wait. Of course, what was I thinking? Examine. It can't be done. Darn it. What about here? Nothing, of course. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Ow. Excuse me, is somebody down there? Yes, I'm somebody. Seen a black cat. I have to go by. Hello? Have you seen a black cat? No, I haven't seen a cat, but I do see a black thing eating from me. Are you alright? Eating from you? I think it's a Kamala. Are you alright? No, not really. I don't feel very well. I feel sad. Well, I may be able to help you. I got rid of a Kamala once all by myself. Really? That sounds promising. Love to be happy again. I'll see what I can do, don't worry. Okay. Let's go back inside. Now, where can we get a source of water? Let's look in here again. Does anything in here give water? This is Tesla, and he likes to play with energy. I had a dream where he was made of thunder. He was a Thunder Man, superhero. Okay. Think. Oh, sorry. I lied to my friend once and told her I drew it myself. Then I told her the truth, and she said it was okay. She drew this flower. What flower? Oh, this flower. Okay. Maybe if I start moving stuff. Okay. Okay. Is this supposed to be some sort of puzzle? Guess that's a dining room. I'm not sure what to do with that. Does this have any clues? No. Nothing here gives me any idea of, like, liquid. Even though I tried last time with the seashell. That's the closest thing to, like, ocean. Is there anywhere on here I can use a key? No. Use caisson. Launcher's riddle. Let's examine it again. The little golden box was having a hard time. All the screaming and the boogers were driving me mad. I pressed it by the ears first, twice to the left and once to the right. I rub its only eye 2 times to see if it has tears this time. I rub its only eye. I take him once by the left ear and scream, "Stop whining, you little golden box. Press your eye again," and open the door. This is the golden box. Let me examine it again. There's only this, like, this is clickable. That doesn't do anything. If I drag stuff, no. This one is Albert, and he likes relative things. It's convenient to think that everything is relative, especially if you don't have a straight answer. This one is Albert, and he likes... Okay. I'm gonna keep this little piano to play lovely melodies. Okay, so I have, like, a little clamp thing. I forget what it's called. What else can I take? Okay, so I guess this is a living room? Let's try to use it on... Wait, why did it disappear? Let's maybe move this right here. Use knife on painting. No, that's not gonna work. Fork. Okay, yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. So maybe let's try to move this down here. What is this stamp? Let me try to cut something again. Oh, so this is supposed to be a bed. Okay, now I get it, because at first I thought this was a couch. Nothing. Let's see. Can I use this knife here? No. Okay, I need to think. How can I get water? Let's look back outside. What else have I not clicked on? And I don't think I clicked on this doll. The big doll my daddy and I built together. Her name is P1 and she likes to be naked. She had a dress once, but she burned it. The big doll my dad. Okay. I'm not sure what to do. Okay. There's this cork. Is this supposed to be like some type of puzzle? Like it's supposed to represent what the actual house is like? This room is green. So if we look back and click here. No, that still wouldn't work out. Is there supposed to be like one thing in each room? I feel like this is supposed to symbolize a bathroom. Okay, I guess this stays right here. Or what if I put this here and here? No, that doesn't want to be. Right here. Can this though be up here? Yeah. I don't care about the picture your mom did. Hmm. Hmm. This is kind of confusing. Okay. Here. Hmm. Not quite sure. Goodness. Alright, let me just pick me up. I guess. Let me put this back here. And just return the stuff to its original place. So I got the key. I don't think I have to do more right there to unlock anything, so that might have wasted my time. What about this? This is liquid. I guess it's like paint. Can I use this on Fran's painting? No. Use case on dollhouse. What does the case do? Will it just hold something? And this key doesn't open up Edward's gift. Because that was just tried. Even if it works, I don't know what it does. Let's examine the case. My school case. Okay, it's her school case. I guess you can maybe use this on like picking stuff up. Like a shell? No, it won't do. And this is the box of the our other self that has keys collected. Nothing around here. I'm really thinking. Crayons, Lady Gnome, Teddy Ballerina. Yes, it's all in place. That doll likes to read a lot. I know because I taught her. I bet she can tell the stories in the books from memory. I should teach her to talk too so she can tell me stories. Should I be focusing on getting water right now? Because maybe the tree can make things happier. Like, by the tree becoming happy, maybe it'll, like, lower me down from being up here. Is this supposed to be like a clue? I don't remember having the door removed. How will I get out then? I can't walk through walls. If I want to find Mr. Midnight, I have to find the door. Wait. Ah, man, I don't have matches anymore. Because what I was thinking was, since the matches represent the door to the house here, maybe if I, like, I don't know, burned this, then, it would have magically opened. What if I completely moved all of this stuff? I don't need matches right now. I'll just leave them there. So I don't think moving any of this stuff will unlock anything new. So let me look at this riddle again. Okay, so it says the little golden box was having a hard time. And this is Polontra's box, which is the golden box, but this like riddle doesn't go well with it, I guess. What if I use the crayon on something on here? There's really nothing I can think of. That's a candy in the jar. Okay. Let me think of different possibilities that each thing can be used for to get water for. to kill the Pelantris that's on the tree. Because I can't, like, I can't reach anything down here. Me use piano keys on the little piano. I painted this myself a while ago. Examine. Hee party balloons. Okay. This key was hidden in the dollhouse. And the key that I have doesn't unlock this. And it kind of has like the same pattern as this box. So that box and looking at this kind of has like the same pattern around it. There's something happen when nothing's gonna happen when I combine the two. I know that. It was worth a try. Bloody knife. My favorite green crayon. This is just gonna make me read the whole book. Examine. Back. Okay, let's think. Sorry, my little sister was texting me once again. Crayons, Lady Gnome. Okay. Can I do anything with this carpet? I'm just trying to use anything around me that can possibly mean something on bed. If I use the key... No. Things not working makes me angry. Yup. Can I, like, crayon on the painting? Nothing, of course. What was I thinking? Piano keys. I don't want to lay on this bed ever again. I had better plans than waking up chained to it. Anyways, I'll find Kitty and move to Thirsta. Okay. That's still clicking on the bed. Promise I'll find you. Okay. Why? Nutcracker. Okay. I'm gonna try to look at the riddle again. Because we have the golden box and that they're talking about, but now we have this riddle, which I feel like is about this golden box. It's just I don't know how I'm able to use it or open it in any sort of way of how it's being displayed as, because it has like one of that, like those white tiles of different characters that I feel like has to be rolled over as if it's like a code to unlock something. That's why I feel like this riddle is too simplistic. But let me read it again. The little golden box was having a hard time. All the screaming and the boogers were driving me mad. I press it by the ears, first twice to the left and once to the right. I rub its only eye 2 times to see if it has tears this time. I take him once by the left ear and scream, "Stop whining, you little golden box. Press your eye again and open the door." So I know for the eye that was on the box, that was clickable, but the little white sides on the side of it, I tried clicking that and that was unclickable. Do I have to drag it? So press it by the ears first twice to the left and once to the right. I rub its only eye 2 times to see if it has tears this time. I take him once by the left ear and scream, Stop whining, you little golden box. Press your eye again and open the door." So let's look at the box again. So this is the eye. But where are the ears? With these 2 white pieces, can I drag it? I don't get it. See, like here, it has, like many buttons to press. Wait, what? Don't tell me this is an ear. These are ears. Wow, okay. Then why would they like say this? Like, this doesn't even look like an ear. This is all like, this is swirly. This looks like an actual eye. Like, it looks like an ear, but who would have thought like these were ears and not like the little swirls that you have here? What does this riddle say again? Because if this is the thing, then I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, so press it by the ears, first twice to the left and once to the right. Rub its only eye 2 times. Sorry, I hit the mic, sorry. Rub its only eye 2 times to see if it has tears this time. I take him once by the left ear and scream, "Stop whining, you little golden box. Press your eye again." So twice to the left and once to the right. Rub its only eye 2 times. Okay, so twice to the left, once to the right, eye 2 times, left again, and then eye again. So 2 left, right 1, eye twice, left 1, eye 1. Okay, let's try that. Examine. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Yes! Oh my goodness, it opened. I'm a master. What in the world? Okay, so I have the key to Mr. Midnight Doll. And this here, thing. Examine. Designed by Cogwind. The ECOG clock. Okay, look, this looks like there's water in this. Okay. Mabuka, Mabuka, wake up, Mother Mabuka. The horned child is playing with the light. The Velocus is angry and shining too bright. Mother Maboka, wake up, and give up the child, before the darkness ends in the hands of the light. Mabuka must wake up. Let's build the e-call clock on the back of the giant cat. Too strong are the bubbles and too bright the light, she cried. Me, Mabuka, the mother of darkness, will open my heart. Please take my little horned evil child and shut down the lights. So we need to create the ECOG clock. So we need more piano keys. Well, I guess we only have one. Well, I guess all of them, I mean. We need one glove. We have an empty case. We need a working bulb, wake up clock, bottle with water. Okay, now let's use this. Examine this and use the key, the cat key, on. What? This is in the shape of a cat. Use the Polinter's key on the door. Are you serious? So that doesn't even work, but it had the same pattern. You see? That's weird. So far, we need to get a working bulb, wake up clock, bottle with water, soap bar, one glove. Okay, so then let's try to use this key on the door. No, okay. Let's see. Use key on. I guess let's just look for the stuff that we need. Soap bar, one glove, black wire. Is there any gloves in here? A working bulb. Wake up clock. No. Where can we find a wake up clock? No. But let me try the cat thing again. Use. Okay, how does that work like that? That just made me. Okay. Like, what in the world is happening? Whoa, is this like my mind? 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. Here's a key here. I guess I had to use, like, not examine, but do use and then use the cat key. Because I knew that had to match. It shouldn't have been like a thing to dupe you into, even though it looks alike, it's used for different things. So I'm happy that it's made for something that made sense, like the cat shape or the cat lock. But games do that. That confuses you. Okay. Examine. What I need: a working bulb, wake up clock, bottle with water, soap bar, one glove, black wire. Okay, so we got a key. We don't know what it goes to. So let's go through here. Is anybody living here? Let's try the key on room 102. Okay, let's try the key on room 103. Okay, let's try the key. This key on room 104. No, let's try this key on room 105. Yes. Okay, what about this key? Does this key go to 102? Does this key go to 103? Does this key go to 104? Okay, let's go to 104 first. Whoa, whoa. Intruder, infiltrator, why would you enter without presenting yourself? Whoa. I am Akula, the eye from beyond. Behold my beauty. Oh, I'm sorry. What a big eye you are. You must see very well. I see everything, nothing less. Can you see my cat? Everything. Can you see my cat? Your cat? How is it possible that you own a cat? Are you royal? A queen? A princess? We're friends. No, I don't own him, but we have a relationship. We're friends. Friends? How lovely. Yes, I did see a cat earlier today. It was crying for help from inside a cage. The bearer of the cage entered Mabuka's underground. He's still down there inside the cage. Can you describe the cat you see? Big yellow eyes, pink nose, its fur is very dark, black as the deepest night. It's him. That's my friend, Mr. Midnight. I have to go find him. But Mabuka is asleep. Waking her up can end in disgrace. I'm not afraid of her. Well, feel free to take anything you need from my home. You are brave, and I respect bravery very much. Thank you, Okula. I'm Fran, by the way. I'll see you around. Alright. Hairbrush. Is that what I needed? No, but I have a hairbrush, so that's good. I need one glove, black wire, soap bar, bottled water. The eyes are looking around. Can I use that? Whoa, trippy. Whoa. You see that dude's like open heart, and you can hear the heartbeat. Insert button. I don't have a key. Seems it won't budge. Maybe I have to give it a coin or something. What's this? This bottle's perfect. I'll take it. Okay, let's look at this again. I need a bottle with water, so I need to put water in that bottle. Paper swirls just like in Ethersta. This reminds me of Sunday in the park. Aha, hello, happy monkey. Is your name Darwin? Nice to meet you. I'm Fran. You play the drums very well. Okay. Ooh, black wire. That's what I need. Nice. Alright. I have a black wire. What I need is the soap bar, which is across the way where that guy is. I need one glove, working bulb, wake up clock, bottle with water. Okay. I can't walk across this way. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go through here, back through here. A working bulb. Looking in the mirror. Huh, this mirror is transparent. It's more like a window. A wind roar? Huh, this mirror. Okay. Ouch, bulbs are very hot. I don't want to touch it again. Ow, I hope I don't get a burn mark. Okay. What is this, though? Oh, okay. I can get a bulb now. Okay, nice. And since I turned that off, maybe something like changes in here? No, nothing changes. What is this? A golden snail. Is somebody in there? Maybe the snail is asleep. Shh. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Are these blinking? Yeah, they are. An eye for an eye. Edward forgot his hat. Or maybe the hat forgot his head? Or maybe the hat can't exist without the head, and vice versa. That means nothing is real. Wow. A number. Seems we have to call someone. But I don't know who yet. Is this Itward's clothing? Or where is he then? Itward, are you somewhere near? Haha, I just imagined him without any clothes. Okay. Oh, dead skull on the wall. Oh, dead skulls on the walls. I never thought of this, but I kind of like it. It's just the inside of humans. It's beautiful. I don't think that's appropriate, miss. I'm sorry, but I need this key. There are many doors that I wish to unlock. Tell your friend to be nice and open his mouth. He won't. He never does. Besides, his teeth are reinforced. It would be hard to get that key without his permission. Reinforced teeth? I see. I'll see what I can do to get the key then. And who are you, if I may ask? I'm Fran. Well, I'm Fran. Nice to meet you, Fran. I'm Roberto. Welcome to Mabuka's den. Mabuka? Who is Mabuka? You don't know who Mabuka is? You don't? Leave now. Just leave. But Roberto, sir, I haven't been here before. Don't judge me for not knowing. Tell me who Mabuka is instead, so I know. Okay. Mabuka is the mother of darkness. The darkest darkness, the obscurity, the end of light. Mabuka is the mother of all creatures from the fifth reality. What? Am I in the fifth reality? I thought Remor was king here. Ah, Remor, the terrible black, the son of darkness. Oh, nobody likes him too much. You should go now. I've said enough. Alright, I'll be back later anyway. I must get your friend's key. Oh, mysterious paintings in a mysterious place. That is indeed very mysterious. The eyes are crying tears of blood. That's sad. About this one. Hello, Mr. Skull. You have a little flesh left on you. My kitty would lick and chew that off of you. Ew. Would you like to be eaten by my kitty? Okay. So now I have to brainstorm a bit more. It's all bloody, so 103 must be the more messed up one. What does he need? Remember what I told you, his teeth are reinforced and he won't open his mouth. Sure, I remember that. Okay, let's see what I... Do you feel pain? Sir, do creepy things like you feel pain? Pain is the opposite of welfare, that's all. Maybe welfare to me is to bleed until my body dries up. And pain could be crystalline laugh of a child. So yes, I feel pain. I see. Well, I'll go now. Bye. Can this help, like, open? No, that won't work. What can... Okay, like, I'll just use the brush. Can that actually work? Yeah, okay, no. Oh! No, nice! Okay, I had to click that eye to go further down. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, let's talk to you. Give me this, soap. Does the sound of my heart disturb you? It would stop all of a sudden, and that would be the end. I mean, it could stop all of a sudden, and that could be the end. That would be the end. I just want the soap. I don't like thinking about my heartbeat. I just want the soap. Soap? Are you having trouble with your hygiene? Terrible problems. Yes, terrible problems with hygiene. I smell like my flesh is all rotten inside. But that sounds delicious. I don't think that would be a problem. Maybe for you, just let me have the soap for a little while. Alright then, take it. It's all yours. Nice. Be careful with the hijackers. They love children that smell like soap. They eat their baby bodies and keep the heads, their beautiful baby faces. That sounds terrible. I'll be careful. Thank you for the soap. See you later. Okay, running water. Nice, nice. Use on faucet. Okay, now I got a bottle of water. I turn off the water. Okay, what else do I need? A wake-up clock and one glove. A wake-up clock, okay, yeah. Looks like this, it's supposed to look like that. And one glove being this. Okay, is there anything else? Oh, a painting of a whale, very nice. Real whales are nice too. Very amazing creatures. How can I get this key? Maybe I can use the knife on him? No. They're reinforced. Okay, let's go see what I can use to, like, unenforce it or whatever. The eyes are looking around. I wonder what they see if they don't have a brain. Maybe Okula, but she can't be the brain because she's an eye. Let's turn these back on. Okay. Hope you find your cat friend soon. I still see him inside the cage. Okay. What a big eye. What are you looking at? Are you looking at my beautiful face? Do I know you? You seem familiar. Yes, your eyeball. Let me see. Yeah, let's look in my room to see if I can get anything that'll enforce his jaw or whatever. Is there anything that I can pick up? Something that can undo his reinforced jaw. Remember what I told you, his teeth are reinforced and he won't open his mouth. So we might have to find something that'll break it. Let's just keep checking around. Sorry if I like breathing on the mic. I even realized I was that close. It needs a button. Let's try to find a button first. Let's see if we can, get a button from our clothes. Can we get a button for Sundays? Coat for when it's rainy and windy? Not windy. Rainy and windy. It has a big button. Oh yeah, give me the button. There's a big button. Knife. And blue dress. Nice, okay. Smarts is doing so well right now. Alright. Let's go here. Through here. Button, use, onslaught. And there goes my button. Now what? Oh, I think I disconnected the machine. It has no power now. Wow. Okay, well... Yikers. I really messed that up. On power outlet. Okay. Thank goodness. Now let's try it. Okay. Nice. That's not the key. At least I hope this can help me somehow. Yeah, it'll help me unclench the guy's teeth. The guy's teeth. Okay. Now we have that. Now let's get out of here. Go through here. Go down here. And use it on the key skull. Yikes. Dang, a pool of blood. Alright. Shiny little key, come here. I wonder what door will help you. Yeah. Alright, let's see what door this one leads to. 102? Nice. Whoa. Is it gonna follow me where I go? Yep. A wake-up clock. Perfect. It's tightly tied. If I want it, I'll have to do something about it. Alright. Let's use our trusty knife that we've been using this whole time. It can't be done. Let's see. Let's try it again. On clock. Yes. I got you, little wake-up clock. Okay. All we need is one glove. Which is over there. Let's see, what... Can we reach that? That's creepy. Let's get this. Nice. Thank you. That was me trying to attempt to do a British accent. What is that? Back of the giant cat. This must be for something important. It's a little dark in there. Okay, what is this though? Wozers. This must be the key for door 103. I can smell it. But I can't touch it from here. Excuse me, I really need the key hanging just behind you. Excuse me, but I don't talk to strangers. Let me take the key. You don't need to talk, just let me take the key. If I choose not to talk to strangers, not listening is also part of the deal. Are you stuck? How disappointing. I have a question. Are you stuck to this tree? I'm firmly attached to it. Why do you ask? I'm just curious. See you later. Okay. So I have all of the ingredients to design the ECOG clock. Okay, so Mabuka Mabuka, wake up, mother Mabuka. The horned child is playing with the light. The Holocaust is angry and shining too bright. Mother Mabuka, wake up and give up the child. Before the darkness ends in the hands of the light, Mabuka must wake up. Let's build the ECOG clock on the back of the giant cat. Oh, okay. Too strong are the bubbles, and too bright the light, she cried. Me, Mabuka, the mother of darkness, will open my heart. Please take my little horned evil child and shut down the lights. Okay. Let's go back down. We're gonna build the ECOG clock on the back of the cat here. What a big cat. You look exactly like Mr. Midnight. I have to find him and do that. I have to open all the doors. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Okay. Okay. That's one thing. Okay. 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 You look exactly like Mr. Midnight. Oh gosh. I don't know if this is cute or scary. The only time it'll become scary though is if it still follows me with its mouth open like that. Okay, yeah, it's creepy. I have to find it. Okay. Nice. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. The ECOG clock is finished. Now, also, I'm gonna go with my idea again. Fill up these water balloons. Wait, first, let me run the water and fill these water balloons up. The faucet. Ah, the powerful water balloons. Nice. Now we can throw it at the Velocus. But first, let's get out of here. Let's go through 102 again. Go up on this. And see if I can use this on the Lucifer. No, it won't do. Excuse me, I really need the key hanging just behind you. Excuse me, but I don't talk to strangers. Let me take the key. Okay, so how do I become familiar with this person? You don't need to talk, just let me take the key. If I choose not, be stuck. You're stuck to this tree. I'm firmly attached to it. Why do you ask? I'm just curious. See you later. So, this Lucifern is it Lucifer? Or no, it's a Lucifern. Is firmly attached to this tree. But I use the water balloon on it. Or, I can use the brush on its hair. Look, I found a magical hair comb. Isn't it great? I don't know. A hair comb? What's that? Want to try it? Well, it's to make your hair very pretty and smooth. Would you like to try it? I don't know. Is it dangerous? It can be very pleasant. If you do it smoothly. Alright, let's try it. Alright, just promise you won't burn me, okay? I'd only burn if I was in danger. Be gentle and nothing bad will happen. Okay, I'll be gentle. Aww. It worked. Whoa, whoa, ew. Why is it like that? What's happening to me? I've never experienced anything like this before. But how? You're a Lucifern. All Luciferns I've met do this all the time. Really? Well, thank you very much. It feels incredible. I feel like I need to fly away. Wow. That must be the key for door 103. I can smell it. Okay. No! Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Now, how the heck? I can smell it, but I can't reach it from here. What do I do? My Grabomatic would work here, but I don't have it anymore. Okay. I need my Grabomatic. I guess let's go down and see if we can find it in our room. Where can that Grabomatic be? Well, first, since we have the water balloons, let's throw it at the Veloctress now. Oh goodness, I missed. Okay. Almost. Yes, I did it. Goodbye, Kamala. Whoa! I don't feel the sadness anymore. Okay, I don't know why I'm trying to do like a cowboy-ish surfer dude accent. Wow, I don't feel the sadness anymore. Thank you. Don't worry about it. I'm happy you feel better. I do feel better. Let me give you something in return. Okay. There, a piece of me. You can plan it if you like. Hee, thank you, sir. I have to go now. I must find my cat. I hope you find it. See you around. Okay. So was the Grabomatic the stick, usually? I forget. Let's go see if we can try to get it with the stick itself. I forget what the Grabomatic looks like exactly. But if that's like a specialized word for her using a stick, then we have. Okay. That's her specialized word for a stick. So we have the key now. Let's go down. Time to reveal what's behind door 103. Use on door 1. This is gonna be very disgusting. Yowzers. Oh, whoa. What is this? The floor is beating like a heart. Is this Mabuka's heart? It feels fragile and strong at the same time. Okay. Little girls in Mabuka's den always die. Huh? You don't scare me a bit. Hello, little boy. Are you having a lovely time? Oh no, it's a devilish babby. No. Are you afraid of Mabuka? Hell, okay. Hello, goat. You look a bit like Remmer. Are you a cousin to Remmer, maybe? You're much prettier, though. Creature from above. Get out of Mabuka's den. You're not welcome. Wake up, Mabuka. Excuse me, but I'm looking for my cat, and I need to wake up Mabuka. Just Mabuka? Mother Mabuka to you, arrogant little infant. And how did you plan to wake her up there? With the crazy ideas of Cogwind? He's not crazy. Cogwind is a nice clockmaker. He's not crazy. Ah, so you know him. I assume you've been into Ethersta. Horrid place, I say. Too dazzling. I want to go there. Well, that's exactly where I want to go after I find my kitty. Good for you. Your fragile little mind will be safe there with all those boring creatures. I'm going now, you wicked tree. My kitty is waiting for me. Wow, what a beautiful face. Are you Mabuka? If yes, I must wake you up. Cogwind came up with a machine to wake you, so be prepared. Alright. Let's wake up Mabuka. Whoa. Ah, beware of Mabuka. The awakened darkness rises from the unknown. Oh, I'm sorry to wake you, Mother Mabuka, but I need a favor. Can somebody tell me who this creature is? Quite insolent for such a tiny body. I can answer that myself. Excuse me, but I can answer that myself. Oh, she did like the little, what is it, curtsy? Like the little skirt bow. I'm Fran Bow, human girl. 11 years old, and I'm very brave, so you know. A human in Mabuka's den? That's amusing. Who brought you here? That would be Remmer. I think he's your son, isn't he? Did my son manage to enter your head already? You mean like cutting my head open? I don't think so. Did you drink or eat some sort of reddish potion or beans? Beans? My pills look like red beans, so yes, I took a whole bottle. Then I cannot use violence against you. The power has been unleashed. I hope you find beneath the ground the truth you seek. Thank you, but what power has been unleashed? Can you tell me? The power inside you, don't you know? You were selected by the 5 realms of essential existence to be the keeper of the key. The 5 realms of essential existence were created parallel with time. What are you talking about? The keeper of the key? Who told you that? The grateful locust from Primitive told us everything a long time ago. The keeper will be hunted by the son of darkness after feeding from the red seed. But you're too young, I must say, too young indeed to be the keeper of the key. There's something about you. There's something obscure happened to you. I think Remmer killed my parents, Mother Mabuka. Can you imagine how that feels? I'm all of those feelings, Franbo. I'm everything sinister. All the darkness you can imagine. I feed from tears and sorrow, from desperation and fear. Then you don't care if Remmer killed my parents? I thought you were nice. I am curious to know the reason, if that makes you feel better. But now I understand. It's the reason itself, the truth you're seeking. Go on, Keeper of the Key. Be brave now. I'll open my heart for you. Whoa. This is so random. Why does she have babies for a chest? Very odd. Let's take a number. I hope I get something. Examine. Wonder how long I must wait for this ticket. Okay. Do I know you from somewhere? You took something from me, didn't you? You little thief. Where's my knitting needle, eh? Did you stab all your little friends with it? What? A knitting needle? Are you the dead nurse I saw back in Oswald Asylum? Do I look dead to you, eh? You little beast. Take a number, would you? And wait for your turn in the waiting room. But Miss Nurse, I don't need medical attention. I just want to find my kitty. Take a number and wait. I won't repeat myself. They listen, they see, and they touch. Listen, see, touch. In a way, I feel like I'm back in Oswald Asylum. But that can't be, or can it? Oh, that creature's body's made out of baby faces. The bath boy said something about this. I think it's the hijacker. Oh. It's locked, but it doesn't have a keyhole. Let's give the ticket to her. It won't do. Oh, I can go this way. I wonder how long I have to wait now. Hours? Maybe days? I've been waiting for a week now. How long has everyone else been waiting? I've been waiting for like a month. But I have number 2, so it must be my turn very soon. I've been waiting for 3.5 weeks. Totally hopeless. Excuse me. Excuse me, everyone, but is there a way to make things go faster? Yes, become a doctor yourself. That would be faster. And by doing that, you could also help us all. But why don't you become a doctor yourself then? I can't, because I feel very sick. I can't. My eye has been blinded. I have this broken horn, you see. I can't I can't be a doctor. I have to be a patient.
Neither can I. I've lost the ability to frighten myself in front of the mirror.
Well, I'm not sick at all. Please let me go before you, okay? I can't. I don't even know what illness I have. That's why I'm here. But how can you not know? Do you feel pain anywhere? That's a very hard question. Make it softer. How can I do that? How can I make a question softer? That's very strange. Hey, have you tried pulling your eyes off? It helps sometimes. Enough. It's impossible to talk sense with any of you. Of course you can't make sense of us. You're not the one who sees it all. You've only known us a few minutes. It's very little time to understand it all. That's true. But it would be nice to use some common sense. Why? What does common sense do that uncommon sense doesn't? It helps to understand. Well, it helps to better understand each other. We understand each other very well with our uncommon sense anyway. Yeah, we actually do. We do respect the differences. Who sees all then? But who is the one that sees it all then? You mean Mabuka? No, Mabuka knows everything. It's not the same as seeing everything. Now I want to wait because talking won't make the waiting go faster. Alright, thanks for nothing. This must be the number display. I have number 7. It'll take ages to get there. I must get a better number, like 2. My RI is broken. The big eye told me that because she sees it all. Okay, let's dupe him. Would it be possible to exchange our ticket to have number 7? No, really, no, I'm not interested. Okay. Would it be possible to exchange our ticket to have number 7? I'd like to help you, but
it's my turn to help myself too.
Okay. Would it be possible to exchange our ticket to have number 7? Oh, jeez. That's not very convenient for me. I'm sorry, but no. Do you see the screen? I have number 2. It's almost my turn. Exchange our tickets? Would it be possible to exchange our ticket to have number 7? No. I need to know if I'm in pain. I need to know what illnesses I have. What if I find out what illnesses you have? Would you give me your ticket then? Sure. If I'm still here when you come back. Okay. Let's go ask the ladies. The nurse. Shoot, it's not your turn yet. Okay, lady. Can you please wake up again, Mabuka? I have so many questions. What does it mean to be the key keeper? Can I wake her up? No, I can't. how can I find out what's wrong? Hmm. Hmm. And what does this phone do? If I do this. Let's see if that changed like a number in the other area. Let's see. No. We still can't go through 106. So maybe we need to find something that'll get us through 106? Let's go back to our main room. Maybe you can look out the window again. Nice to see you again. Did you find your cat already? No, not yet, but I'm not giving up. See you. Oh wait, I already clicked you. Okay. Let's go back. Can we lure them with the candy? I don't know. Can Mabuka just wake up again? I need help. Can you please wake up again, Mabuka? I can't talk to that zombie dude with the open heart. I can't talk to the skeleton. Because Mabuka isn't waking up, so I'm gonna have to just talk to somebody else. Can we talk to the eyeball? That looks like it's like falling asleep. Excuse me, I need your help. Of course you do. What can I do for you? Patient trouble. Oh, okay. Okay, using the different characters' resources and stuff. Of course you do. What can I do for you? Patient trouble. Can you tell me what illnesses the creature who has the ticket number 2 suffers? He's in the waiting room waiting. Let me see. I see him. But from what I see, it's not really an illness. It's just a headache caused by low levels of agony. Wow. But is it possible to help him somehow? I need his ticket. Yes, crying all the tears you can cry. Until you fill the bottle. Until you fill this bottle. Will do it. Don't forget the tears must be caused by real sorrow. That won't be a problem. I'm at a very problematic point in my life. I thought everything was going to be better when Kitty and I got home. But now everything is so confusing. Aunt Grace is totally crazy. Talking to her was trouble. I really trusted her. Hold on. I heard something. Oh, thank you for the follow, Coco Cramp. How are you? I don't know what to do now. Mabuka said that I was selected for something. but she fell asleep again and won't answer my questions. I need my kitty. Mr. Midnight's hugs are the biggest comfort in my life. I just want to find him so we can go back to eat Thurston and be happy. Lovely pain, so profound. That's wild. Poor Fran, I'm sorry. The bottle is now full of your tears. Give it to the critter that has your ticket. Nice. Go now. Time doesn't wait for anybody. Thank you. I'll go now. Goodbye. Thanks for nothing, Mabuka. Alright, dudes. Here, drink this. You'll feel much better. Oh, trying to poison me? How lovely. Let's see. It tastes like the most profound and darkest elixir I've ever tasted. Give me more. Give me more. No, leave me alone. You promised to give me the ticket if I helped you. Alright. There you go. And thank you. Your tears taste absolutely delicious. Nice! This must be the... Okay. It's my turn now. Hello, patient. Hello, patient number 2. We're going to do all we can to save you. Do you have an appointment? Well, not really. You told me to take a number and wait. I'm sorry, we don't help sick people without an appointment. But I'm not sick. I lost my kitty and I just want to find him. A lost kitty? Don't worry. That's a natural reaction to your sickness. You're lucky though. Many lose their minds instead. Huh, lucky? But how do I get an appointment then? Aw, just call me. Here's my card with the telephone number. Okay, are you insane? Call us. 01221217276. But why must I call you? Why can't you just make an appointment now? Oh, that would be silly. Because now I'm waiting for you to call me. Alright, I'll go make the call then. Yeah. And it's gonna be in here. Phone number, emergency card on phone. Okay, yeah. I have to memorize it. Okay. What was the number again? Like 01 221 217 275. See. Yeah, I think it's... No, that's 276. Okay, let's call. Oh, okay. Thank you for having that on the side for me. 01 221 217 276. Oh, hello. Yes, you told me to call to make an appointment. It's Fran Bo. I'm available now. No. No. Yes, I do have a pair of eyes. Really? Okay. I'll see you in a minute then. Great. Thank you. Bye. Yes. Bye. Let us go now. Sorry, that was cringy. Trying to do another attempt at a British accent. Hello, patient number 2. Do you have an appointment? Yes, Fran Bow is my name, and the appointment is now. Let me check the archives. Yes, they are. There you are. The doctor will see you in a minute. Just go through the door to your right. Alright, thank you. Nice. Whoa. I'm sorry, did I scare you? You look quite pallid. Yes. What a nightmare. You look like a healthy human. Oh, thank you, I guess. Now, if you don't mind, I have an appointment. I don't mind, actually, because it's none of my business. It's so weird. Oh no, it's Remmer. You haven't chosen to end your life yet. Isn't the pain you feel enough? You're Remmer, aren't you? I haven't had the chance to introduce myself properly. Sadly, I cannot be seen in the third reality for long periods of time. I am Remmer, the terrible Black, Prince of Darkness. I know who you are. Don't try to act like nothing happened. Did you kill my parents? Where is my cat? What did you do to Dr. Dern? I immensely enjoy seeing your suffering dripping from your eyes. I feed from it. You are the manifestation of my desires. I can use you for whatever I want. You are under my power. That's not true. Not anymore. I won't allow you to trick me anymore. Tell me, why did you kill my parents? Why? You're assuming that it was I who did such a terrible thing? I saw you that night I saw you that night outside my window. It must be you who did it. You trust your eyes too much. Haven't you learned the human receptors are weak? Your body is fragile, easy to corrupt. What the heck? No! Whoa. No, it can't be. Stop it. Oh no. Fran. So is the prediction that I had true? Well, I guess it's still a bit too early to say. Aw, Fran. I didn't do it. I didn't. It wasn't me. Stop it, please. Whoa. Who was it, my darling? Killed your parents. The dual little critter must suffer and die before becoming a star. Oh my gosh. And just having that like constant stabbing animation there and trying to read through that, that's wicked. Jeez. I didn't kill my parents, I didn't. That monster wants to trick me, I know it. Everybody's crazy around here. I have to find Kitty and leave. Oh, jeez. Kitty! Dr. Dern! A syringe. It has red fluid inside. What can it be? I'm guessing that it's the medicine. Somebody must be really fond of brains and heads. X-rays this must be Mr. Dern's head. You're alright, Mr. Dern, no craziness. The old man again, Dr. Oswald. Oh, jeez. Dr. Dern, are you alright, sir? Sir, wake up, please. Dr. Dern, wake up. Are you alive, sir? What should I do to wake him up? Now, these buttons don't do anything. Electric shock. I think I'll just leave it here. got an achievement from that. Kitty? Kitty, my darling, I'm here for you. Are you alright? Kitty, answer me. What's wrong with you?
Meow. Meow.
Why won't you talk to me, Mr. Midnight? Please don't do this to me. How do you, like, purr. Purr. Talk to me, Mr. Midnight. This isn't funny. It's this place, isn't it? You must get out of here so you can talk to me again. I'll take you to Thurston, my darling. Huntress can help us. I promise you, nothing will tear us apart again.
Meow.
Oh, Kitty. I'll be right back. I must help Dr. Dern, okay? Alright? He seems to be in trouble. What's this? I don't need this. Hey, well, it was clickable, so I clicked it. Do we have to use it on him? Maybe this will wake him up.
Ah, damn. What was that?
Don't worry, Dr. Darren. It's me, Fran. Ah, what? I can't see very well. Fran Bow, sir, from the Oswald Asylum. We were at the cemetery, remember? Fran? What happened? Why am I tied up to a chair? What have you done? I'm trying to help you, sir. The big monster brought you here. We must go. Come on, Fran. Monsters? I don't feel like playing games. Alright, it wasn't a monster at all. Just let me help you. Just let me help you. What in the what? But what is she doing here? I thought you chained her up. But I did. I told you she was a hard one to tame. Do you want me to get rid of her? Get rid of me? Aunt Grace, why are you talking like that? Who is this old man? How lovely. You sound just like your mother when she was young. My mother? Do you know her? Who are you? I'm Dr. Oswald Harrison. I know everything about you, Fran. Oswald? From the Oswald Asylum? Yes, Fran, the same old man. Why do you know about my mother and my aunt? Well, years ago, I was studying the magnificent complexity of twin siblings. Lucia and Grace were part of my study. Both helped me find the key to success. The key? Did you know that my mother and father were murdered? Yes, of course. Remmer did a great job. What? His power and manipulation is extraordinary. So what I'm guessing is he created a monster, played with magic or something, and used like Fran's mom, like I guess basically Fran as the test subject, I guess, for this whole thing. Like to see if Remmer can actually do like real worldly damage. So then Remmer possessed her and made her kill her parents. It's wild. What I don't understand is how you can be so calm about it. It was you holding the knife after all. I'm not calm, sir. I knew it was Remmer all the time. But why is he hunting me? Remmer's the manifestation of your weakness. Remmer's the manifestation of your weakness. A blind and powerful manifestation of your fears. But why would the monster kill my parents? Because your parents were interfering with my work. Oh my gosh, this guy is evil. But I actually did you a favor. You are suffering. And pain is connected to growth and strength, Fran. Oswald, please. Let's just do what we need to do. Aunt Grace, please don't be mad at me. We're family. Let us go. My kitty and I can find a place to go without bothering you. Please, just let us go. Yes, you're right, Fran. I'm sorry for being so hard on you. Come on, let's go now. Don't tell me she's gonna do some stupid stuff and drop the cat off the cliff. Fran, my dear, listen to me. You must know, Dr. Oswald only wants the best for you. When Lucia was pregnant with you, he knew you'd be a very special girl. He told us to take good care of you, but your mother betrayed us. She wanted to hide you from us. She thought we wanted to kill you, but that's not true. Dr. Oswald really wants to give you the best. For that, you must allow him to try a little experiment on you. And then everything will be fine? Of course, there's still one thing we must take care of. This little traitor must go. Oh my gosh. Are you Okay. No, kitty. See, I knew something like that was gonna happen. Come on, Fran. Stop weeping. The cat is dead now.
But he was my friend. You killed my best friend. You also helped kill my parents, didn't you? Didn't you? How can you live with yourself? I hate you. I hate you.
I'm trying not to laugh at this. It's not anything laughable. It's just me trying to voice act it. But, I hate you. Uh-oh, then Rammer's gonna kill her or something. Oh, whoa. Stop it. Fran. Help. Please help. Don't you dare touch Grace, you little monster. What? My goodness, she's totally insane. Bring her to me. I'll do the experiment while she's still warm. I need to extract the brain right away. Like, what is she getting out of this? Like, money or something? Fran? Are you alright? What have you done to her? She tried to kill me. You were right about Fran, Mr. Dern. She was sick. But she's bleeding. Let me take care of her. No, you won't. She's mine now. I've been waiting for this moment for many years. Looking for the right child. The right brain. Now that I have her, nothing can stop me. Polantris, is that you? Itward! Yeah, that's what you get, B. Oh, Fran. Everything will be fine. Who are you? I'm Itward, the one many children talk about. But you're not human. Ectobrote, Polantris monakaist. Oh, Polantris just scooted in here. Urska, Itward. I found him. Oh my goodness, stay away from the girl. Leave her alone. Mr. Midnight! Little Fran must be cured. Do you think you can use the same body? Yes, she's not completely gone yet. Here I go. Oh, Mother Mabuka, you took the child's innocence. Fran is now dead and alive. Wake up in darkness, Fran, and you'll be able to walk towards light. Oh my gosh. Continuing. Whoa. I was trying to take a screenshot.
What happened? Edward? Montress? My heart hurts. Mr. Midnight, how? You're alive, my kitty. I missed you so much. Please tell me something.
Fran, we must go now.
Oh, alright. Dr. Deeren, look, this is Edward and Montress. I told you about them, remember? I told you they were real, see? Do you believe me now?
He can't hear you. I think he's under the power of Mabuka now. Whoa. You really must leave now.
But can't he come with us, please? He's been really nice to me. He really wanted to protect me and help me.
Can't bring him with us. I'm sorry. But what we can do is make him believe that all of this was a dream. He'll wake up and think none of this really happened. But he won't remember you, Fran.
I see. Well, that's okay, I guess, as long as he's safe.
That's very kind. You're finally seeing beyond your own desires. You are becoming one with everything. Your parents would be very proud of you.
You really think so? Aw, thank you, Montress. Aww.
Now, let's send Mr. Deeren home. Marcel Deeren Wanam Bakma Suninsla Ekto.
She waved. Goodbye, Dr. Deeren.
Let's go now, Fran. There's so much you must see and learn.
Hee, that sounds like fun. Let's go, kitty.
The end. Finish Fran Bow. I still don't know many things. But one thing I do know. That between guilt and fear, I choose happiness. Yeah, I'll do that.
A game by Kill Monday Games. Yay, we finished it. It's finally done. Still a tiny tad bit still a tad bit confused. But that's what the story explained video is for after. Thoughts after playing this game for a while? I really like the story. I like the little whimsical ways of it. The puzzles, you had to really think about and use the context of where you were and just, I guess, trying different things on other things to see if it'll possibly work. And some things you wouldn't even think would work, but it did. Story-wise, I know I'm gonna really miss playing the game and its story. I like the art style. I like how it reflects emotions and creates it into different characters within the game. And another really cool thing I liked about the game is that it had a book that told like a history of the different things happening within the worlds that she was going through and all the different creatures and what they were, what they represented and all that type of stuff, which was a really cool find to have and a really cool thing to put into the game. And the content in it was like multiple pages, which was really good. Like, I like that the game was really detail oriented too.
Everyone that has been a part of the development, emotional supporters, fan artists, streamers, thank you. Thank you for playing Fran Bow. Thank you for making this game. But I'm glad Fran got to find peace with Mr. Midnight. Oh no, we're not doing that. Chapters. The House of Madness. Well, that was Fran Bow, everybody. Let's go back here. I'm really happy that I got to play the game and finish the story and experience it. And now let's watch a video that'll dig into it much more. Let's see. I'm just finding a video. Here. Hey, Fran Bow explain. Full time story explained. Full Fran Bow full timeline story ending explained. There's Fran Bow the story explained. Fran Bow ending explained. Trying to see. I'm wondering if we should watch the story explained or the ending explained. Because does the story touch on the ending? Okay, let's go with. I think the ending explained. Let's just go with the story explained. So I'm going to bring us over here. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, let's watch this one.
Hey guys, Super Horror Bro Mike here, and in today's video we visit the wacky and often disturbing world of Fran Bow to try and make sense of its story and the meaning behind all of the strange goings on within. It should be noted that Fran Bow is a horror game built on symbolism and interpretation. Most of the sights and sounds Fran experiences have a deeper meaning. So think of this story explained video as my interpretation of these horrifying events. This is very much a cryptic tale. With that caveat out of the way, we better get started. There's a lot of ground to cover here and mysteries abound. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a guided tour through the 5 mind-bending realities of Fran Bow.
Contras.
Fran Bow Dagenhart was born December 17th, 1934, and is 10 years old at the beginning of the game, at which point she befalls a terrible family tragedy. Fran is the daughter to Martin Bow and Lucia Dagenhart, and a niece to Lucia's twin sister, Grace Dagenhart. One day, Fran's parents surprise her with a very special gift, a black cat which she instantly falls in love with and names Mr. Midnight. Things seem very peaceful in the Bow Dagenhart household, until one fateful night. Fran awakens to the sight of a demonic figure lurking outside her window. This is followed by the sound of her mother screaming. Upon entering their bedroom to investigate, she discovers both of her parents have been sliced up into a gruesome mess. Fran flees into the nearby woods and trips, knocking herself unconscious. Mr. Midnight stays with her until a pair of cloaked figures discover the poor child and whisk her away to a nearby asylum. A span of time passes and we discover Fran is now living at mental institution the Oswald Asylum. Founded by leading psychiatrist Dr. Oswald Harrison, this grand building has for decades facilitated the recovery of children who suffered through extreme trauma. Fran is under the care and guidance of Dr. Marcel Dern, who has been giving her therapy each week and monitoring her progress on a prescription of psychoactive pills called duotine. These pills are designed to help patients with unstable minds and abnormal brain activity. The problem is, these pills seem to give Fran wild and horrifying hallucinations. She sees an alternate reality, one often filled with highly distressing imagery. Dr. Dern has been preventing Fran from returning home to the care of her last remaining family member, Aunt.
Oh, Legoshi! Thank you for the raid. I'm watching the story explain / ending explain video of Fran Bow. I just finished it and it got a pretty good ending. I don't think there's no multiple endings, but the ending we got was, I'm happy that it was good for Fran. But how are you? How's everyone?
Aunt Grace, stating that she just isn't ready yet, despite Grace's best efforts to reclaim custody of her suffering niece. While at the asylum, Fran meets many other children who have been through similar torments.
I remember
Each
that.
suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, often seeing the world differently than before. She is also haunted by the black demonic figure who appeared outside her window the night of her parents' murder. This demon is known as Remor, the
Oh, you're really tired? Oh, the stream is going well. I finished Fran Bow. It's like bittersweet, because it's good that I finished it, but I'm gonna miss the game. But I enjoyed playing it. The stream was well. But I hope you get some good rest.
Prince of Darkness. Desperate to escape the facility and return home, Fran uses a concentrated dose of duotine, which she steals from a supply closet, to remain in
Also, if you don't know much about the game, this is basically explaining the story. So we're still at the very beginning of the story. So you didn't miss much. Basically, what you did miss from this video is that the game started off with Fran receiving a black cat as a gift from her parents. Then one night came, she was playing with the cat. She saw like a black figure outside of her window, and then she heard her mom scream. She went into the room and saw her parents like dead, eyeballs out, and whatever. And that made Fran run into the forest, and like she got knocked out in the forest, and her black cat, Mr. Midnight, stayed there with her until like these black cloaked people or whatever, like hooded people, picked her up. Now she's ended up here. Yeah. And in this asylum where you see that where there's kids that's there that has been through really harsh drama, like, and they're all dealing with post-traumatic
disorder. Yeah. I think I said it right. Post-traumatic stress disorder. That's it. Okay. And so I think you saw to the point where it showed the medicine that when she takes the medicine, duotine, it makes her see things, um, like Bremer, which was the black figure that she saw outside of her window. And so yeah, she sees blood and everything.
Disorder, often seeing the world differently than before. She is also haunted by the black demonic figure who appeared outside her window the night of her parents' murder. This demon is known as Remor, the Prince of Darkness. Desperate to escape the facility and return home, Fran uses a concentrated dose of duotine, which she steals from a supply closet, to remain in the other reality for long periods of time. Within this alternate space, she is guided to her escape via a series of bloody messages scrawled across the walls. Upon leaving Oswald Asylum, Fran narrowly escapes Remor's clutches, saved at the very last moment by a black cat riding a stilted wheel. The cat resembles Mr. Midnight and leads her through a nearby maze and into the forest beyond. Fran makes her way through the forest, encountering many peculiarities both in and out of her duotine-induced hallucinations. For some reason, in both realities, she comes across giant talking insects. Things get stranger still when she discovers even flora such as these pine cones have a life of their own. Is this reality or fantasy?
I remember
Eventually, Fran is told her beloved Mr. Midnight has been catnapped and taken down into the depths of a dilapidated well. Heading into the well, Fran discovers a shocking sight indeed. The bodies of several young children floating in the putrid depths below. While trapped inside the well, Fran takes a duotine pill once more, but this time she isn't presented with a red blood-soaked dimension at all, but rather a quaint little house on an island in the middle of a lake. This house, at first glance, looks well kept and cozy, however darkness lurks around every corner. Fran soon discovers a decapitated and disemboweled body, as well as a pair of conjoined babies in the attic and two ghosts resembling twins. Fran also discovers this house is indeed where her long-lost kitty Mr. Midnight has been stashed. In order to free him, she requires a key. The problem is, this key is in the possession of twin sisters Clara and Mia Bahalmet. These sisters hate one another, but have been forced to spend a lifetime together after a mad doctor stitched them into one body as part of a cruel experiment. In a later chapter, Fran is informed of the sinister backstory behind these twin sisters. She learns this via a shadow show, where it is explained how the sisters always resented one another, arguing and fighting over who was the most charming and beautiful. They were visited in their dreams by an entity known as Itwood, a character we'll cover later in this video. Itwood was a medium, the midpoint between darkness and light, and he tried his best to teach the twins the splendour of duality, but neither one could understand. They grew tired of Itwood meddling in their affairs, and so attempted to kill him. However, in their rage, they accidentally killed one another instead. Itwood took pity on the girls, realising their hatred and rage stemmed from the cruel treatment they endured while alive. Stitched together in the name of science and given a mirror to forever compare one another. Itwood trapped their bodies and souls in the world of disconnections, giving them one last chance for redemption. He tasked the twins with discovering the purpose of life, informing them they had until the day a black cat goes missing and a new door is opened within the old well. That day has finally come. Unfortunately, these sisters have learned nothing. Back in the here and now, Clara and Mia task Fran with performing a ritual which will free them from their cursed fate and promise the safe return of Mr. Midnight if she obliges. Fran receives a list of items needed to successfully perform the ritual, but as she begins collecting them up, is warned by a talking toad that they plan to betray her. The twins wish to kill both Fran and her cat in order to complete the ritual and escape their prison within the world of disconnection. So Fran discovers an alternative. She performs a different ritual, one which cleanses the twins and frees their souls, allowing them to move on to the afterlife. After doing so, she frees Mr. Midnight and escapes the island on the back of that very helpful toad. Back on dry land, Fran and Mr. Midnight journey on and discover a fallen tree acting as a bridge across a vast ravine. As Fran crosses this bridge, the demon Remor materializes before her, causing her to fall into the darkness below. Fran sees a vision of her Aunt Grace, who catches her. She is now back in her room at the Oswald Asylum. Fran pleads for her Aunt Grace to take her home, but is told she must stay for a little longer as her mind is still tormented. Then Dr. Dern enters the room with another dose of duotine, and as Fran reaches to take it, she is engulfed in thorns and ripped away once more. Fran awakens in a strange new land, a land that is quite beautiful compared to all that has come before it. This heavenly place is known as a Thirster. At this point in the story, we should speak about a certain possession Fran acquired, a journal given to her by the talking toad. This diary belonged to a man named Leon Castillo, and documents his research into the forces of light and darkness, as well as 5 separate realities that exist across time and space. These realities are as follows. Primeve, the first reality made up from light and home to a race of beings known as the Valakut. Peaceful entities formed from photons and sound waves that once come of age are crowned with a shield resembling a mask. Ifursta is the second reality, a place where time can be altered at will via a giant clock at its centre. This realm is known as the reality of life, a place where those who seek knowledge come to obtain it. Its residents are made up from insects and plant life, who walk and talk just like humans in our reality. Pandora is the third reality. It was from this reality the creation of the 5 realms originated. Pandora is home to the human world, Earth, and the universe surrounding it. It represents consciousness. Senacidi is the mysterious 4th reality, and is commonly known as death. Aside from Senacidi being the origin of death, not much else is known about it. Apollo is the 5th and final reality, and home to an entity of pure darkness known as Mother Mabuka. This creepy figure represents all the despair and desperation found across the 5 realms, and she gave birth to a demonic son, the Prince of Darkness, Remor, the very demon now stalking Fran. Also from this 5th reality originated the many shadowy figures Fran encounters while popping those duotine pills.
Jeez, this one is like, that's so weird. This one is freaky. Like,
The many shadowy figures Fran encounters while popping those duotine pills.
No, okay, that's freaky.
These shadows are known as Kamala, entities that were born and feed from fear and uncontrolled illness of the human mind. These toxic creations can only be cleansed by one thing: water. After a Kamala has been purified, it transforms into one of those angelic beings of light, the Valakut, and transcends to the second dimension of Thirster. So, using Leon's diary, we now have an understanding of where Remor originated from, why Fran sees all those creepy shadows, and also why she now awakens in this strange new land of Thirster. Unfortunately, Fran's human body was destroyed back on Earth, smashed up after the fall, and so she is now reborn as a talking tree. She is taken to the ruler of the land, a living root called King Zaya. The king agrees to help Fran retrieve her human body, and return her to Earth to reunite with her Aunt Grace. The first step to restore Fran's humanity takes her to an encounter with a fluffy flying amphibian known as Palontras. This gentle giant is a doctor who has access to a healing oasis in the sky. The water of this oasis is made from the pink blood of a fallen great Valakut after his battle with darkness. As Vivalicus is a being of light, the water from this pool is magical and soon returns Fran to a somewhat human form. Now able to walk again, Fran explores a thirster where she encounters the many organic residents living within, from giant beetles to talking tree roots. One of these residents lives in an old mountain, an ancient tree known as the Great Wizard. He tasks Fran with collecting up a series of items which will allow her to access the stones required to open a portal back to Pandora, the third reality and human realm. Using her clothes, this wizard is also able to transform Fran back into her original human form.
I remember seeing that picture.
Things are far from perfect in a thirster though. Fran begins having disturbing visions of her mother from beyond the grave, who calls out for her daughter to join her in death. She encounters a suicidal version of herself, who leaps from the balcony of the king's castle. There is also a version of herself dressed like a princess, sat atop the king's throne and holding a clone of Mr. Midnight, who she slays before her mortified counterpart. This dark and grueling alter ego seems to be calling to Fran, influencing her and begging her to embrace the darkness within her soul. Fran doesn't allow these morbid hallucinations to deter her from her mission to return home. She bids the inhabitants of the Thirster goodbye and enters through the portal, navigating the secret woods, an in-between dimension connecting the two realities. She narrowly escapes the darkness and emerges on the other side of the ravine she fell into, ready to continue her perilous journey. Fran falls into a trap while trying to retrieve her lost bottle of duotine tablets. The trap was sprung by the mysterious skeletal being known as Itward. He apologizes for surprising Fran and offers to aid her on her journey home. They take off in his airship, a complex flying machine which allows those aboard to travel between the 5 realms of existence. But who exactly is Itward and what is his relationship to Fran? While we aren't given too much backstory for this creepy yet friendly character, Fran Bo's narrative sheds just enough light on his history to piece a basic outline together. Itward appears to children suffering from mental health conditions. He would visit the patients of Oswald Asylum in their dreams. His name is even scrawled in the cell of these 2 girls. One theory is that Itward may even use the many clown paintings found throughout the asylum to watch over the children, emerging through them at times. This connection is made as when taking duotine pills on the airship, Itward appears as a mechanical clown himself. Itward can be seen as some kind of guardian figure. He even reads stories to the children by night. He exists between the forces of light and dark, balance if you will, and originated from the 4th dimension Senecidi, or death. While he failed to help twins Clara and Mia, Itward seems desperate to assist Fran in her return home. Unfortunately, their adventure is cut short when the ship comes under attack by a pack of Kamala and eventually comes crashing down. Fran now awakes to find no sign of Itward or his flying machine. She is, however, very close to her family home, and so, along with her trusty Kitty, heads back to the street where our story first began. Upon arriving home, Fran finds nobody is there. No sign of her Aunt Grace anywhere. Mr. Midnight clambers into an open window to unlock the front door, never to return. While waiting, Fran reunites with Dr. Dern, who pulls up in his car and urges her to get in. Fran is skeptical at first, exclaiming that she never wishes to return to the Oswald Asylum, and to her surprise, the doctor agrees. Once inside the car, Dr. Dern confesses he was fired from his job at the asylum, as he discovered the terrible truth behind its founder, Dr. Oswald Harrison. The Mad Doctor has, for many years, been conducting inhumane experiments on the children under his care. He was the man who stitched the twins together at birth, and then disposed of their bodies by throwing them down the well afterward. He plans to use Fran in his latest experiment. In fact, the duotine pills Fran has been taking have caused her to see many wild sights due to a key ingredient known as ectopomatin. This drug is known to empower the subconscious mind and create vivid hallucinations. Dr. Dean hands over a file containing newspaper clippings and documentation regarding Fran's family murder. The newspaper report states that Fran had died shortly after the murder took place, freezing to death in the nearby woods. A note sent to Gladys Hanna, the nurse who took care of Fran at the asylum, requested that she fed this false story to the newspaper. Essentially, the staff at the asylum never planned to release Fran, claiming she had died the same day as her family. Dr. Dern now wishes to set the record straight and expose the twisted crimes of Oswald Harrison for the entire world to see. To do this, he recruits Fran to help him dig up her family grave to see what really is buried in her coffin. Once the coffins are unearthed and prized open, Fran comes face to face with the bodies of her parents. In her coffin is the body of a cat. Could this somehow be Mr. Midnight? Evidence in hand, Fran and Dr. Dern head back to the car. They are confronted by the demon Remor, who snatches away the good doctor and takes control of Fran. When she wakes, Fran finds herself in a familiar place, her old bedroom. Things quickly turn from reassuring to creepy as Fran realises not only is she shackled to the bed, but the one who has chained her down is none other than her beloved Aunt Grace. Fran's aunt claims that Mr. Midnight must be punished as he is a traitor and will take the blame for all the terrible things that have occurred. She tells Fran to sleep and leaves her imprisoned. Struggling, Fran manages to slip into another dimension without the use of her pills. This is known as the Ultra Reality, and here Fran encounters an alternate version of herself. This doppelganger informs Fran she is now in the Ultra Reality as a result of her broken state of mind. This alternate Fran frees her chained self before she is called away by Nurse Gladys. Fran then switches back to her room and creates a door leading into Mother Mabuka's den. Once awake, the Mother of Darkness tells Fran that she is only able to enter the Fifth Realm because of those little red duotin pills. These pills connect Fran to the darkest reaches of the human mind and allowed Remor to bring her into his mother's lair, a place of doom and desperation. Mother Mabuka doesn't harm Fran, instead she informs her of her true purpose. Fran has been selected by the 5 realms of essential existence to be the keeper of the key. It was prophesied that the keeper of the key would be hunted by the Prince of Darkness and consume the Red Seed, or pills as we know them. With this information, Fran finally faces her darkness and meets with Remor himself, who reveals the terrible truth. It was Fran who murdered her parents, under the control of Remor, who infiltrated her mind with his dark powers. The darkness within Fran's mind. That same darkness she witnessed while in a thirster took hold of her that fateful night, leading her to commit the brutal crime. After discovering the devastating truth behind her family's murder, Fran heads into the room at the end of a hallway. This door leads her into the laboratory of Dr. Oswald Harrison himself.
I knew it. Poor Fran. Stupid Bremer that was taking over her. You can see that she's a nice girl too. Is that stupid doctor doing those weird experiments?
Here, Fran finds Dr. Dern has been strapped down to an electric chair, and her cat is locked inside a cage. For most of her adventure, Fran has been able to hear Mr. Midnight speak, but now he is a very ordinary cat. He simply meows. When looking to this old photograph, we learn a terrible secret about Fran's mother and aunt too. The photograph contains the founder of the asylum, Dr. Oswald Harrison, alongside some staff members and patients. Now if we look to the names below the portrait itself, we make a chilling realization. The 2 girls front and centre of this photograph are twins, their names Grace and Lucia Dagenhart, Fran's aunt and mother respectively. They were once themselves patients under Dr. Harrison's care. Beside them stands another familiar face, Leon Castillo, the author of the journal into the 5 realms of existence. To the left, Fran's nurse Gladys Hannah stands holding the twins Clara and Mia, babies at the asylum who were subjected to the doctor's twisted experiments as he sewed their bodies together. Everything links back to the asylum. Fran injects Dr. Dern with a dose of Duotin to wake him up and begins to free him from the chair. At that very moment, Aunt Grace and Dr. Oswald Harrison arrive on the scene to intervene. At this stage, Oswald reveals all. In his younger days, Dr. Harrison studied the complexity of twin siblings. Among his patients were Grace and Lucia Dagenhart. By the time Fran was born, Oswald had moved his research to that of the human brain, in particular the brain of those suffering from mental instability. Oswald had recruited the Prince of Darkness Ramor to infiltrate the young impressionable mind of Fran Bow, causing her to kill her mother and father. This violent act sent her fragile mind into chaos and made her the perfect candidate for the Doctor's duotine-fueled research. He persuaded one of his nurses to fake Fran's death and then employed her brainwashed Aunt Grace to control her with kindness. After all, who would suspect a loving aunt of foul play? Fran pleads for Aunt Grace and the Doctor to let her and Mr. Midnight go, but instead of obliging, the evil aunt kills Fran's cat before her very eyes. In a fit of rage, Fran throws herself on top of Grace and begins choking her to death. Dr. Harrison quickly puts a stop to this attack, shooting Fran through the chest with a pistol. As Fran bleeds out on the floor, Dr. Dern manages to break free from the electric chair and attempts to revive her. But Dr. Harrison forbids it, proclaiming he will use Fran's brain for his research whether she is dead or alive. As Fran slips into death, a familiar face returns. Itward emerges and destroys both Aunt Grace and Dr. Harrison. He quickly enlists the help of Palontras, and together they manage to use the pink healing water of the Great Valacus to return the child to good health. Fran is back. At this moment, Dr. Dern is claimed by the darkness and begins to transform into a Kamalar. Fran begs Itward to save him and allow Dr. Dern to travel with them to the safety of the Thirster, but is told this is not possible. Instead, Palontras casts a spell, removing the darkness that consumes Dr. Dern and returning him to the human realm. But in doing so, causes him to forget Fran and the events surrounding her forever. Reunited with her friends, Fran clambers on top of Palontras and the group take flight, heading for the peaceful shores of the second realm of Thirster. And that's the story of Fran Bow explained. But how exactly do we interpret that ending? What does it all mean? This has been a long video, so I'm not going to go too in depth here. Rather, I will present 2 outcomes and allow you, the viewer, to select the one you feel happiest with. You see, there is no definitive explanation for the ending of Fran Bow. Everything depends on how we interpret events. You see, if everything in the game is factual, and Fran really is hopping between dimensions, and all the things she witnesses really are there, then it's pretty self-explanatory. The ending goes exactly as I just explained. However, a second and unfortunately more likely scenario is that Fran is simply insane. A little girl filled with dark thoughts and feelings who snapped one night and killed her family. When Dr. Harrison begins experimenting on her with his new Duotin drug, these troubling thoughts are somewhat diminished, explaining why the further Fran journeys through her story.
At the beginning of the story, Fran's visions are murderous and bloody. After a few chapters, they become calmer and gentle.
The less violent her thoughts become. The Duotin is helping quell her murderous desires, but also creates wild hallucinations of far-off lands and talking insects. Notice how earlier when Fran begins falling, she appears back in her asylum room with her Aunt Grace. And when the doctor brings her the Duotin pills, she once again returns to her hallucination and wakes up in a Thirster, a make-believe realm. In the asylum, Fran carries out tasks for a boy who calls himself the King. She repeats this task in a thirster. Could these kings be one and the same? The twins Clara and Mia look very similar to those twins suffering in the asylum, and whose name appears in their cell when Fran takes those pills. Why, it would of course, the character tied directly to the twins in Fran's illusion. When Fran wakes up chained to the bed speaking to her aunt at the beginning of the final chapter, this is likely a reflection of her state in reality. She never left the asylum. She never found her cat, and may have even killed it, as displayed by its place in the family grave and this vision in a thirster. Fran has been unbalanced the entire time, and while the pills she takes control this violence, they also cause her to see a world that just isn't there. So while she flies high with her friends in Imagination Land, in reality, Fran simply lays chained to her bed in the asylum, lost in her own madness. As the saying goes, ignorance is bliss. With that said, we have reached the end of this very long look at the story of Fran Bow. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to discuss your own thoughts and theories in the comments section below.
Thank you. Several interpretations and secrets. Ending explained. So there's Rainbow ending explained, psychological analysis. There's Rainbow explained several interpretations and secrets. Ending. Third interpretation. Okay. I kind of want to watch this. Let's just see where it goes. If I can
However,
skip over
this
some
video
stuff.
will serve as the basis for several theories and themes that I will explore in later videos. So be sure to like this video and let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more Franbow content after this one. I also want to warn viewers of a sensitive nature that the themes of this game can get very dark, so you have been warned.
Yeah.
So without further ado, welcome to Terrico Explains Franbow. You play as Fran Bow Dagenhart, a 10-year-old girl who lived with her parents and her best friend and pet cat, Mr. Midnight. Fran is very curious about the world, as many children of her age are, and she has a wild imagination, being described as highly creative by Aunt Grace. Despite the many tragic events that unfold in the story of Fran Bow, Fran retains a cheeky and positive outlook on life, and she shows a fierce determination, especially for a girl so young. Despite this, however, Fran Bow is also deeply troubled, and as we will discuss later, her mind is incredibly fractured, which is the basis for many of the plot points in this game. Fran Bow is a tale about loss, mental health, grief and acceptance. Inspired in part by one of the creator's own life experiences, Fran Bow has themes of childhood trauma, adults and corruption, escapism, mental fragility, and coping mechanisms. The game also contrasts the dark and brutal nature of real life with the colourful and wonderful mythical lands that we will discuss in the plot. Overall, the story is one of tragedy, but also resilience. The game is constantly contrasting things, dark and light, good and bad, real and imaginary. And just like the plot, the game leaves conflicting messages in the player's mind. In a way, the game is more of a question than a story, but I will do my best to explain exactly what we see in the game, but also what it could mean. Fran's tale begins with the depiction of a happy home. Fran's parents gift her a pet cat, which she names Mr. Midnight due to his black coat, calling him her best and only friend. Fran describes how sometimes her parents go out, leaving Aunt Grace in charge, which Fran doesn't mind because Aunt Grace looks after her well. Everything here seems perfect, however, that's all about to change. On one Monday night, Fran feels a sinister presence in her home, which manifests as a strange creature outside of her window. After hearing her mother scream, Fran rushes to her parents' bedroom and is horrified to see her parents dead, mutilated and sliced into pieces on the floor in front of her. Fran is shown to be bleeding from the eyes, which could be a representation of her seeing blood, but it also could be symbolic of her seeing red, which is a point we'll revisit later. Fran flees from the house, which is now depicted as being overflowing with blood, symbolizing how she now associates the house with blood and death. She collapses in the nearby woods, and after some time, she is picked up by an unknown figure wearing a dark cloak.
Okay, so we know all of this. I think ending.
The twisted mysteries behind Fran's doomed fate raises the question to what actually happened at the end. If everything happened in Fran's mind, or if they actually happened in real time. Hi folks, I'm R, your narrator. This video will contain spoilers about Fran Bow. With that said, let's begin. Let's quickly go over...
I think I should have watched this video first, like only, instead of the story explained, because I knew the story, but there were some things I didn't know about. But what I really needed was the ending explained, which we did get a little bit. But I want to see what more he has to say.
Touching on critical points which will play an important role in theorizing on what actually happened at the end. I've already made a video going over Fran Bow's story, which you can watch by hitting the card above. If you've already done so, you can skip ahead to the time indicated straight to the endings. However, I will analyze this story much more and pass on some theories which I didn't in the previous video, so maybe you can still stick around for the recap. Fran is an unfortunate 10-year-old girl who starts off having a good life with her parents, who happen to gift her a cat Fran will call Mr. Midnight, a few days before they die. The cat will play an important role in the ending, so keep this piece of information in mind. The parents leave on unexplained trips, leaving Fran with her Aunt Grace, a two-faced character whom Fran expresses to how much she loves until she realizes that she's evil. Fran sees a demon called Remar one day, who turns out to be manifested from fear, guilt, and weakness, also known as the Prince of Darkness. Fran, shortly after, feels something isn't right. After hearing her mother's screams, she goes to her parents' room, where she finds them brutally murdered. Fran runs out of the house into the forest and faints due to physical and mental exhaustion, with Mr. Midnight lying on top of her. Things start to take a more fantasy and twisted turn here, as a theory suggests that Fran freezes here to death. Fran's body is then taken to Oswald's asylum, a horrible place with twisted and sadistic staff members who experiment on children and badly with help of Edward. In a dream, Edward tells Fran that presumably representation of Oswald removes after Fran is born and gives her a cat, which is a sign of their betrayal to Dr. Oswald, as they do something they're not supposed to, which leads us to the ending. But apparently, Fran's parents changed their minds after Fran is born, and experimented on Grace and Lucia, Fran's mother, who were twins, and instructed them to raise Fran and prepare her for his studies. But apparently, Fran's parents changed their minds after Fran is born, and give her a cat, which is a sign of their betrayal to Dr. Oswald, as they do something they're not supposed to, which leads us to the ending. And Grace throws an incapable to speak Mr. Midnight into the never-ending space around the room, presumably killing him, and informs Fran how she was a test subject that Oswald cared about a lot, and how unique Fran is. Shocked to how cruel and two-faced Grace is, Fran Fran jumps on her in a fit of rage to strangle her. Oswald rushes in and shoots Fran from the back, who ironically calls Fran a monster, while he instructs a loyal to the bone Grace to collect Fran's body so they can extract her brain and study it. Meanwhile, Dr. Deern pleads with them to rush Fran to the emergency as she can still survive the gunshot. Oswald persists that he only cares about his research when Edward suddenly appears, getting rid of Oswald and Grace. He calls Palontras, who comes in and pulls a purple bright shining beam from Fran's body, which revives her. Dr. Deern starts bleeding from his eyes, which then Palontras promises Fran, who will be safe at home, who won't remember any of this when he wakes up. When Fran persists on Dr. Deern's safety, Palontras appreciates her good heart and asks if she's sure before doing so, as Dr. Deern wasn't fully innocent, but showed remorse later on. Suddenly Mr. Midnight comes from behind Palontras, and Palontras takes Fran to Ithursta. Fran then mentions that she doesn't know everything, but what she knows is that between fear and weakness, or light and darkness, she chooses happiness, meaning that now she is ready for Ithursta, or in other words, heaven, after learning about her truth. Now, before going over a few theories that I have come up with, let's go over Dr. Leon's diary, a doctor who experiences all the realities and creatures Fran and other test subjects saw. Presumably a doctor who had a hand in synthesizing this hallucinogenic drug with Dr. Oswald. I found myself hunting the truth, but found the unexpected. I found what my senses couldn't show me. I found the truth that relays silently in the unknown. Leon Castillo, one of the 1,000. July 11th, 1908. My name is Leon. I'm currently 92 years old and living alone in a little house far away from the city. I have to admit, I never was fond of jewelry, houses or clothing. Since childhood, I always talked to animals, plants and insects, and even though I never got a response, I never quit. If you are reading this, maybe it's because you are looking for answers. Maybe you can see things that others can't, or you can feel what others avoid. You can listen to the silence and become one with everything. Leon with bleeding eyes. December 17th, 1875. I can't stop it. I can't control it. I see the black shadows everywhere. The blood, the messages, the screaming, all the pain. I can't figure out why this is happening to me. December 19th, 1875. I had a vision. I'm still breathing fear. I feel at war with my own mind. One of the shadows came down from the sky. I thought it was an angel. Its name is Rimor, the Prince of Darkness. From the fifth reality. It talked to me, played with me, and showed me all the terrors. It told me that I was the key to its existence. January 13th, 1876. I can see myself around. The other me, tell me lies, talks about all the pain and suffering in my life. The other me wants me to end my life. He smiles while pronouncing the words. And I have tried, hypnotized by his words, but there is always something saving me at the end. It must be love to live. January 15th, 1876. I met a shadow for the first time. They hunt weakness and pain. It said, we are born and feed from fear and the uncontrolled illness of the human mind. January 16th, 1876. After seeing Kamala react to water, I thought of trying a little experiment. The Kamala transformed into a new kind of creature when exposed to water. The metamorphosis was painful to watch. After the terrible screaming, the Kamala calmed down and started crying on the ground. It felt like the pain started disappearing. A bright and peaceful being was rising in front of me. The bright creature could read my thoughts. Thank you for waking me up. I was suffering. Now I must go where I belong. To a thirsta where all Valakas go after waking up. If you wish to see the light, you can come with me. You have the key. November 20. And used Lucia and Grace
Okay.
as her
I already know
had
it's in the
one
book
as
and
well.
everything, but
Oswald mentions that for years he's been studying. That is why Dr. Oswald tells Fran that remorse is the manifestation of Fran's weakness and fears. Fran's weakness was to be alone and without her beloved parents, and her fear was that her parents would die, especially under her hands. Hence why, through many surreal messages and visions, she can't see that she's committing crimes against her parents and that she would be alone. Her negative thoughts were enhanced and echoed into visions, and finally, remorse, the manifestation of those ideas and negativity, manipulated Fran to kill her parents. It's possible that each individual has a specific remorse manifested for them, as Leon had one as well.
excuse me, sorry.
Oswald mentions that for years he's been studying the complexity of twins and used Lucia and Grace as her test subjects to extend his studies. From Lucia comes Fran, a perfectly designed test subject for Oswald to experiment on. It's possible that Oswald synthesized the duotine pills and gave them to Fran from birth, and maybe even injecting it to a pregnant Lucia to prepare Fran. In fact, it's possible that the entirety of the 5 realities and its creatures come from the effects of duotine, enhancing the inner thoughts of people, which Oswald could benefit from by manipulating people and mind control them. Oswald even mentions that Remor did a good job at manipulating Fran to kill her parents. It's a possibility that Oswald wanted Fran's parents dead. He implanted the seed of insecurity in Fran's mind about fearing their death and abandonedness, and finally, the strong manifestation of fear and weakness, which is visualized to be a creature called Remor, forces Fran's hands into committing the murder. Now let's go over some theories about the story as a whole and if the events happened in Fran's head or in reality, and whether Fran is dead or alive. Fran lives happily with her parents. Her aunt
I'm
comes
not gonna
over
go into too many more theories. Maybe like until like the 30-minute mark of this video, and that'll be it.
and spends time with her, pretending to be friendly, until Fran receives Mr. Midnight. Aunt Grace refers to Mr. Midnight as a traitor and someone who should be blamed for the death of Fran's parents. Therefore, it's a possibility that after Fran receives the cat, Grace consults this with Dr. Oswald, which raises concerns to Lucia's full cooperation with them in order to experiment on Fran. Fran's parents go on a mysterious trip while Grace spends time with Fran. It's a possibility Fran's parents went to see Dr. Oswald and discuss with him that they want to pull out of the experiment. This presumably angers Dr. Oswald, who manipulates Fran through enhancing her emotions, especially fear, which gives rise to a visual representation of Fran's
Horrible
doubts,
old man.
which leads to her to kill her parents. Therefore, Mr. Midnight is thought to be the culprit and the Kickstarter to Grace doubting Lucia's full loyalty. Maybe that's why she doesn't like the cat, as it leads to her sister's death. There's yet another theory of mine, which suggests that Fran is actually born and raised in the asylum, and her being in a happy house with her parents is only the effects of duotine. In the 5th reality, Fran sees an alternate version of herself when she's tied to the bed by Aunt Grace, who tells Fran that she's tied up as her hands do bad things. This fortifies the theory that Fran is unstable mentally and easy to manipulate, and that also the alternate Fran we see in the asylum, who doesn't know anything about Mr. Midnight, is an actual memory of Fran, which suggests she was born and raised in the asylum. There's a straitjacket in Fran's closet too, which shows how unstable she was. When Fran runs into the forest and faints, it's also suggested by the newspaper that she freezes to death, which raises Dr. Deern's curiosity to check on Fran's grave. This again might suggest that Fran actually died in the forest, but her body was taken to the asylum, so experiments could be carried on her. Now moving on to the asylum, considering if Fran is still alive at this point, she sees Kamala's and the Ultra reality through taking duotine pills. Dr. Dean tries to actually prevent Fran from taking them, but Oswald changes the bottles and tries to give them to her yet again, fooling Dr. Deern. Hence why Dr. Dean has a conversation with Grace, saying that she needs help, who actually cares about the well-being of Fran, but Grace wants to take Fran away from Dr. Deern so they can conduct their experiments. After taking the duotine pills, Fran's dreams tell her to take more of them, to see the reality. In the 5 realities, the state of duality and two-sidedness is heavily emphasized, a complex topic that Dr. Oswald has been perplexed and intrigued by, as he mentions that he had spent his entire life researching about twins. Therefore, this might suggest that the entire 5 realities and the world and its creatures in Ultra reality are just the creation of Dr. Oswald through his synthesized medicine. He specifically designed these pills to enhance the thought process of duality, darkness and light, and study it further through closely monitoring the effects on his test subjects, with Fran being the ideal test subject. Fran experiences visual hallucinations of negative thought process of her parents and herself, which might again suggest how Remor was manifested. Remor even plays with Fran's psyche, saying if she leaves the asylum she will face insanity, and Remor indeed tries to drive Fran insane, which at times she doubts herself. When Fran escapes the asylum, things take an even more supernatural turn. As Fran tries to leave, she gets possessed by Remor, and the guard on her tail gets his head removed. But suddenly Remor loses grasp of Fran, and Fran runs into a mystical hedge maze following a mechanical cat, presumably created by Edward. It's possible that in fact, Fran never managed escaping the asylum and got caught by the guard, or all of it even happened in her head. Remor, on the other hand, even though a figment of Fran's imagination, is very real to her, but at the same time, a strong imaginary friend called Edward, the link between darkness and light, someone who helps her cope with sadness and fear, comes to Fran's aid and helps her. All of this in theory is happening to Fran after her brain is being studied and experimented on. When Fran goes to the bottom of the well, this could simply be her imagination going wild after her subconscious learning about the twins who were experimented on and thrown down the well, which makes her visually see them and imagine what they had to go through. When Fran goes to Ithersta and has her vegetative state, she possibly goes into coma, hence making her become paralyzed. She didn't have legs or arms anymore and feels to be a log, but a doctor manages to get her out of coma, hence she gets legs and arms. Pelantras is possibly an imagination from Fran as well, how she presumed a good doctor, to be fluffy and nice to talk to. Then when the wizard tells Fran to stay, the Tree King says that Fran is not ready yet and that she needs to face her truth. Therefore, she leaves Ithersta. Ithersta is possibly the representation of heaven or a good place. Fran's soul, however, is not ready to stay yet, and she wants to find the truth of who killed her parents and to get back to her Aunt Grace. This is presumably all happening while the unconscious next to death body of Fran is lying in the asylum while she's being experimented on. Edward, a link between light and darkness, takes Fran to the living world so Fran can face her truth. When the ship crashes due to Kamala's or the bad thoughts and fear Fran still has, Edward wants to end the story so Fran can move on to Ethursta rather than suffering anymore. But Fran is adamant that she wants a happy ending, showing that she's not ready to go back to Ethursta yet. When Fran goes to her house, she can't enter, as she doesn't have a physical body anymore. In there, Dr. Deern interacts with Fran, who takes her to her grave to see whether she's actually dead or not. This can be interpreted in different ways, but I believe Dr. Deern, who's a good doctor and not fond of the ill practices of the asylum, leaves his job and tries to find the truth. He is confused as he saw Fran in the asylum, and then suddenly she disappears, with a false story saying that she died before even getting to the asylum. Therefore, he tries to investigate. He presumably communicates with Fran's soul, or at this point, Fran imagines talking to Dr. Deern. Fran even mentions seeing herself dead in the asylum. Soon later, Fran is yet again possessed by the powerful visualization of her fear and weakness, Remor. She's taken to a surreal fifth world, which is a mixture of the asylum and her house. In there, Fran finally finds her truth. It's possible that her soul or subconscious roams the room she's being experimented on, which seems to be a morgue. She hears Grace and Oswald talking and unveiling the secrets of what is going on, and how Oswald created the supernatural world with synthesizing the duotine so he can mind control people, which is inspired.
So when the aunt throws the cat off the cliff, do they know that they're in this realm of many doors and broken floors?
By duality, while she sees Dr. Deern strapped to be killed by an electric chair as he knows too much and disagrees with the practices, who pleads with them to rush Fran to emergency and save her. That is why Fran perceives Dr. Deern as a good man, as he goes to Fran's grave and expresses remorse and fighting against the asylum. She realizes that he was only taking orders blindly. Finally, after learning about the harsh reality that Aunt Grace is a horrible person, Fran breaks her only link to the third reality, or the world we live in, which is her link to her Aunt Grace, and then finally gets freed by Pelantras, with her subconscious or soul, the bright shining purple light, getting detached from the world, so she can reside in her new world, Ethursta, without being bothered by negative visions and Kamalas again. Pelantras finally frees Fran's soul from being experimented on any further, when he slowly takes all of her remaining senses away. She then finally says that she chooses happiness, hence absolved from guilt and fear. Therefore, the theories are that Fran has always been in the asylum and never left, with a happy house only being in her imagination. The next theory is that she doesn't successfully escape the asylum and gets experimented on, lobotomized, and given large doses of ectoplomatine to be studied. Hence, she journeys through the 5 realities and sees supernatural. And the final theory is that in fact the 5 realities exist, as it's a phenomenon experienced by everyone who had taken duotine, as characterized by bleeding eyes, even finally Dr. Deern seeing the ultra reality when he's injected with a dose of duotine. What are your thoughts about the story of Fran Bow? Was it all in her head, or was it real? Was her imagination so strong that she could actually live in it to the extent that it became a reality, even that she could see emotions and human feelings enhanced to the point that they are visualized? Let me know by leaving a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell for more horror-related content. You can also check out the latest merch by hitting the card above or the link in the description. It's been your host Star. Till the next video, have a fantastic day.
However, this
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, well, that was videos explaining Fran Bow, the story and the game that I've just finished. Again, I want to say thank you to Legoshi for the raid. Let me do. What was it? It was like. Legoshi TV. Darn it. So that didn't work. Check out twitch.tv/Legoshi BT. Oh, what the heck? That was the person that rated me. His name was Legoshi VT. Well, that's his Twitch. Please go check him out, and thank you again for the raid. Okay. And again, also thank you to those who came by and who's watching the VOD. And I hope you're doing well and just, being well and everything. I just hope you're having a good day or your day gets better. Okay, let's go to the ending.
Ah, I didn't see you there. Don't be shy, make yourself comfortable. Surprised? I've been known to tickle the ivories time to time. There's few things more entertaining than a good song, don't you think? I'm rather fond of this one. It's a little bit after my time, but it is such a thoughtful melody. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. And I will just say hello to the folks that you know. Tell them you won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as I saw you go, you were singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Until we meet again, my friend.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright. Well, good night. Rest well and be well. And until we meet again, good night.